I know I've been hiding. Oh my gosh, but I'm back. And I wanted to come on live today because I said that I would, if you were watching my story, to pull some cards for those of you who said you wanted some cards, just to kind of give you a little bit of peace and ease and guidance during this really trying time. And it's honestly almost like an outer body experience. Hi, how are you? And the second thing that I wanted to do also, because I've been getting messages, the second thing I also wanted to do was kind of like sharing a little bit of tips and stuff as far as what to do to use this time wisely in order to manifest the entire kind of life that you desire. So, because that's kind of honestly why I took a week off, because it was definitely really jarring for me. And then above all else, the spring equinox happened yesterday, and now today Saturn entered Aquarius. So Saturn's the planet of karma. So it's basically like all of these karmic lessons starting to like come to a close, where you're basically integrating all the lessons that you've been learning. So it's just been a really difficult time. And I know for myself, one of the things that I was wondering was like, okay, what is this virus really here to do, and how does this affect me? And really, it was really forcing me personally to take a really hard look at what I was doing with my time and what I was spending my energy on. Now, yes, I am a manifesting queen. I have like 10 million thousand businesses, or like things that I do in order to make money. I do generally have a life that I 100% am wildly obsessed with, but it was like, a lot of people were staying at home because they can't go to work. Well, my job is like that, right? Like, I get to wake up whenever I want to. I get to, nap if I want to. I get to do whatever I want to. I get to work for however long I want to, because I am my own boss. So in a sense, in that respect, it wasn't really any different for me, like, as far as that part of the virus is concerned. But then I was like, wait a second, if I have the luxury of time and I can do whatever the fuck I want, then why am I not maximizing the time that I have, right? And then that really went down this whole this whole rabbit hole for me about really taking a good, hard, honest look at what I was doing every day, what was actually producing the results that I wanted, and what actions weren't. And it honestly just boiled down to the fact that for me personally, I was finishing this karmic lesson of needing to not do what everyone else is doing, and to just do and follow the things that actually made me happy, the things that I actually loved to do, like this whole All Things Love TV show that I have that I need to start doing more episodes on. It's like why continue to put the things that actually matter the most to you on the back burner, when those are the things that bring you money, bring you love, bring you friends, bring you support, bring you guidance, bring you everything that you want? So how this pertains to you is, this is a perfect time, right? We're stuck inside. Pretty much almost all businesses are closed. You're not having to work and go to your 9 to 5. So, blessing in disguise, what do you want to do with your time? If you had your ideal life, your ideal job, your ideal day, what would you be doing? Because now time really isn't a factor. So if time isn't a factor, and you can technically now have a chance to do whatever it is that you want to do, then why not try to do it? Like, you're not going to be going to work anyway, right? There's not really anything else for you to do. So maybe this is time to take inventory and be like, hey, you know what? Like, man, if I could have my ideal job, I'd want to I'd want to be a painter, or I'd want to, sell this, or I'd want to be this kind of healer or whatever, right? And you're like, but I can't make money doing that right away. And it's like, well, here's the thing. The thing is that like you have to, so this is from, if you download my Zone of Genius worksheet, this is like a classic page of like finding your zone of genius and doing that first, right? So you have to start somewhere, but it has to bring you joy, and you just have to make the time to do it. So if you structured your day, because again, what are you going to do anyway, right? So if you structured your day where you wake up, like what would your ideal day to be, right? If you woke up, you like meditated, connected with your guides, well, this is my day, and then like go and do something that you really love to do, then you would, if you wanted to be a painter, you would go paint. If you wanted to be a musician, you would go and play music, right? If you wanted to write a book, you would be writing chapters in your book. So why not do that first and then, have lunch and then go do your other duties later, right? Because the more that you practice your craft, the more that you do what you love, people feel it. And when people feel that love coming from you, when people feel that love coming from you, what happens? That love is infectious, and they're going to buy whatever it is that you're sharing with the world, right? So whether that is something like music or art or a course or a book, it doesn't matter. Like people buy into that, right? People buy into the love. And that's something that I personally was starting to see in my sales. Now, luckily, I have my reselling business, so like with Poshmark and eBay, etc. And I realized, so I'm very fortunate, and my sales have still been consistent. So, I mean, super thankful. Thank you for the universe, and thank you for keeping my vibrations high. But what I noticed was that the items that were selling the most were the items that I actually loved. And not just like, oh, that's a good brand, I marked it at a good price, this is what everyone else is getting. No, it was just like pieces that I was like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with that, I would totally wear that, holy cow. And it would just sell right away. For example, I thrifted, I found these gorgeous pair of Lily Pulitzer shorts. Now, Lily Pulitzer shorts are popular, and they usually go for like $25 for a pair of used shorts, Lily Pulitzer used shorts. But this one was like, it was so me, it hurt. It was like turquoise with neon pink floral pattern and like birds on them. And when I looked it up in the research, it was poolside blue and it was lovebirds. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to keep these shorts. Of course they were in my size and they were in mint condition, no flaws. But I was like, you know what? They normally retail for like $68, I think. So I put it at $50 because I was like, I just would like to wear them once or twice before I sell them. Well, as it happens, because I love them so much, right? What happens? Someone offers me $40 and I couldn't not accept that offer. Do you know what I mean? Because that was like almost double the price of what they normally go for. So that's just something that you have to look at for yourself. There's so many of like my mentors have been like, you need to block out sections of your day and like get, so that you can get everything done, and doing your business this way or running your business this way or running your business this way. And like all of those ways, honestly, like I tried them and they've just drained my energy. And I realized it just wasn't working for me anymore. And so in order to get to the next level that I want to get to in my business, like I really needed to actually do what made me feel good and what made me feel energized. And for me, that was really following what I loved to do, what made it fun for me. And so a lot of that was just like, okay, now whenever I go thrifting, I just look for things that I honestly would buy. And I'd be like, ooh, I really love that. And then that's always the item that sells the fastest. And then the other thing is that, again, looking at doing things from love and not for love. So especially in crazy times like this, when you're feeling unsafe and you're feeling unprotected and you're feeling unloved, this is the time where instead of trying to do things in order to get love in return, do things from a place of love. So if you're going to the grocery store and you're risking your health anyway, and your neighbor needs something, you might as well just go ahead and pick something up for them, right? From a place of love, right? And that kindness is priceless. Everybody loves kindness. Everybody enjoys being loved and being treated with respect and support. And a lot of that is going around these days. So I really think that a question that you can ask yourself and journal about is, how can I love and support myself more, right? This is a time you can make a choice, right? When life turns you upside down like this, it's a great time to look within and be like, hey, what areas of my life have I been slaying and being like, awesome, I'm going to continue to do that? And what areas of my life do I really need to make a change? Because if you continue to run your life the way that you've been running it thus far, you're going to continue to get the same shitty results, right? You're going to feel miserable and you're going to be struggling. And you're going to have that feast and famine cycle and all of that. Now is the time to say, okay, if I want something more, if I want something better, if I want to have something that really lifts my spirits and I have an abundance, an overflow of all the things that I desire, money, love, happiness, friends, you name it, you got it, then I have to just start doing something differently because what I've been doing thus far isn't working. Does that make sense? And that's where you just have to incrementally shift and change. I don't think that the virus has to be a bad thing. I think we can use this as a great opportunity to press the reset button and be like, okay, this is going to be my new life. And this is how I'm going to want to live my life. And this is how I want to move forward with my life. And I think that if we take this time to just reflect and just be honest and not give ourselves a hard time for making mistakes. Like, look, I even was like hiding for so long because I was just like, I am not getting the results that I want, and clearly something that I'm doing isn't working. So I had to go within and be like, okay, what is not working for me? And be honest about it and be like, oh yeah, when I sit there and I drain myself and deplete myself by doing activities that I don't really want to do, and then it F's up my entire day and then half the day is wasted, I need to stop doing that. How many times am I going to waste my day and make myself depressed before I'm like, this isn't working? You know what I mean? And then you just have to step up and own up and be like, I have the power to change this. I have the power to see things differently. I have the universe and my guides and my angels all on my side. They are ready to support me, and I'm going to do it. So I just encourage you to take the time this week to just reflect and to just really see where change can happen. Change is scary. Change is oftentimes, uncomfortable, and that's okay. It's not that you have to go guns blazing, but I think it and this is Poseidon. And I have one for sale if you would like him. This is one of my Squishmallow babies. But if you would like to be on the other side of this coronavirus and feel liberated, feel stronger than ever, feel like a phoenix rising from the ashes, and being able to have just money flow into your bank account and be your own boss and make money from home and just doing something that you actually really enjoy doing, then now is the time. Now is the time to start implementing those changes. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of those changes, they all start up here. Because if you're not ready to change, there's no amount of videos or courses or motivational speeches that are going, or even viruses that are going to make you change, right? You have to want to change. You have to desire the thing that you really want. And when you do truly desire that, you're like, all right, you know what? I'm done. I'm done suffering. I'm done suffering. I'm done suffering. And I am ready to receive the things that I deserve and desire. I'm just ready. And when you're ready to do that, doors will open those synchronicities, lucky chances, those happenstances, those things just start to happen and flow. And then, life happily ever after, etc., etc. It's actually really, really simple of a concept, which is basically follow the fun, follow what makes you happy, follow and do the things that make you smile, and then the rest will continue. So, and the abundance that you want will come. So that's just my little speech for today. I'm going to show up a bit more and give you some more spiritual tips and maybe just some fun, entertaining videos since you're stuck at home. So you might get some singing and dancing and me playing video games, because there's one now that I'm kind of really obsessed with that I'm probably going to start playing. And then also just some money tips on how you want to sell. If you're interested in reselling, let me know in the DMs. I'll probably do a whole series on how to get started selling on Poshmark and the like. Because it has been a blessing, and I'm so grateful that I have this as a side income to be able to sell really cute things and make people really smile. And how cute is he? He's got little silver scales. And then after that, things will be good. Hi! So yes, let me know what you would like to see in videos coming up, and I will definitely do so. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and do what I usually don't do, which is I'm going to pull them live so that you can see what guidance that the Wisdom of the Oracle deck has for you for this week. Okay. All right. So, dear Oracle, what guidance do you have for us in general dealing with this coronavirus? Okay. I got here and now reversed. It's all about staying present. All right. 32. Protection message. All right. Here's what this means. Whenever you find your mind drifting into the past, wondering if things could have been or should have been better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you leak power. The same is true for looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no substance and forget that you are here today. The past and future are illusions. Whenever you leave the present moment, you're disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those eternities and be here now. All will be well, and miracles will appear as if by magic in the perfect timing of spirit. I love this because this is something that I have really been honing in on, and it goes in cahoots with the do things that you love. Is my ABCs, Alicia's ABCs, Alicia's abundance advice of ABCs. The ABCs is always be choosing. So this is something that I've been implementing in my life to make sure that I'm always in the present. But when I start to feel myself be anxious, start to feel myself have anxiety, I catch myself and I go, oh, wait, like I'm thinking too far in the future. I'm thinking too far in the past. So I can choose right now. I can choose a different thought right now. I can choose to shift. I can choose to pivot. I can choose a better feeling thought. I can choose in this moment to have a more abundant thought where more money can come in, or the money's already come in, or like I've already made my quota for sales of the day, or like I've already received all the love that I needed for today, or, and then I start to feel better. And then if I don't feel better, then I'm like, okay, I can choose to do something that is going to make me feel better. And then I go, okay, what would make me feel better? And it's like, sometimes it is just like vegging out to, reruns of Project Runway or whatever. But other times it's like, okay, well, let me play this, like, I have the Xbox 360 and there's this like Disney Connect game. So like I did the Matterhorn thing and it ended up being really fun, and I was like ducking and like getting coins and like leaping over things, and like it ended up making me feel way better. And then of course, because I was feeling better, my energetic vibration rose, and then what happened? I made a sale. So that's what you can do too, where you just start to do more things that make you feel good, that make you feel better, and just start to see, like, I would challenge myself for 30 days. Now, the quarantine's only 2 weeks, but even in 2 weeks, if you just took these 2 weeks to start doing things that actually made you happy first, what would happen? And just see, you know what I mean? Like, you'll never know what kind of opportunities would come. So if you're like, yeah, if you always wanted to be a singer, or you like playing the guitar, why don't you just like do it for fun and throw the video up on Facebook or YouTube? You know what I mean? You never know. So that is my sermon for today. I hope that it helps. I am here for you. So if you need any help or assistance, definitely hit me up on the DM. And of course, you are beautiful. You are glorious. You are a god/goddess. And of course, success always starts by saying yes to you. You are safe and loved and protected. And this is actually a blessing. And you can make the changes to manifest everything that you desire and more. I love you. Mwah.